Tracing the pattern pieces of the I'm Art blouse. Let's create together. I'm Art blouse is traceable in size extra small till extra large. To, for example, trace size extra large, you would follow the green line. Follow the narrow line to trace the back piece and follow the strong line to trace the front piece. Be aware that the back arm's-eye line for size extra small to some extent follows the same path as the front arm's-eye line for size extra large. And note, the back piece design is to be traced longer than the front. The center line is the same to trace for both the back and front piece. As stated on the pattern pieces, you will need one piece for front and back when traced to fold. When using the pattern pieces for I'm Art made to measure prints, you should trace the pattern pieces flat as a whole. Cutting the ribbons. You are to cut the ribbons directly from the fabric. Instructions are given at the blouse pattern. To get to know the measures of neckline, sleeve and hem, always measure from the pattern. Measure the total neckline, front and back, from the traced pattern pieces minus seam allowance. Measure the total sleeve edge minus seam allowance. For the I'm Art blouse, the bottom hemline is to be slightly gathered. Therefore, the hem ribbon measure given at the I'm Art blouse pattern are guidance for the final hem measure. The width for all ribbons are also given at the I'm Art blouse pattern. When working with jersey stretchable fabrics, you typically shorten the ribbons between 2.5 and 7.5 centimeters. To figure out how much you should shorten the ribbons, cut them in the same length as the actual measured areas and measure the ribbons along the edge of the finished sewn bodies, such as the neckline, sleeve hem and bottom hem, while slightly stretching the ribbons. Hereafter, cut them to the length of need. Don't forget to add seam allowance. In the actual sewing guidance of the I'm Art blouse, the blouse is sewn in the modern jersey fabric available from my shop at Spoonflower. Here I calculated a ribbon shortening of 5 centimeters. Watch the clip to follow the actual sewing steps. Cutting the front and back. For the sewing example, I have traced size medium. The shown made-to-measure pattern was printed with the outline of size extra large. The pattern on top was traced in size extra large and with size medium drawn in as well. So in this case, if you want a size extra large, you would simply cut along the outline, which includes 1 centimeter seam allowance. And if you want a size medium, you would adjust the pattern, pin and cut along the outline of the pattern, which also includes seam allowance. I have though changed the made-to-measure print design to be divided into sections for all pattern pieces to be traced from, because due to the actual shrinkage of the fabric, the sections are a more correct and flexible possibility of tracing for all the sizes. You are therefore to pin the fabric in accordance to the lay plan. And you should pin from the center to achieve correct placement. Use the printed pattern to guide you, then cut out the fabric pieces. cut notch marks of center front and center back neckline and bottom. This will be repeated and visualized at the actual sewing guidance, which is the next clip to watch. Bye for now.